What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to Real Reds Talk, an authentic football fan channel that represents the absolute realist, and that is you guys. So thank you for tuning in. The winter transfer window is now open, and it's silly season already with multiple things ongoing. We've been linked with fucking Thomas Muller and Choupo-Moting, former Stoke player, of course. There's a lot of shit going on with Sancho, as a new saga kind of blossoming at the start of the window, which we all kind of anticipated. We've got a few other bits of outgoings in Serge Reguilon, and we've got a quiz planned toward the end as well. So make sure, it's a very small quiz, but make sure you tune in for that as well. We've got Dan, Shreyas, and Sam alongside. Thumbs up, lads. Are we doing fantastic, splendid? Oh, great, fantastic. All three thumbs up there. Right, what should we kick it off then? Do you want to start with this Sancho story, or do you want to start with Muller? I'll let you guys decide. Where should we go with it?
Muller.
Okay.
What, one Muller?
I'll go with Shrey.
Yeah.
Was you going to say Sancho? Because then Dan will get the final vote then. Where do you want to go, Dan?
Muller, let's give old players.
Okay. Right, we'll kick it off with a Thomas Muller then. I'm sure you guys have already seen the fucking the quotes and stuff that have come out from The Athletic. But for people who haven't seen it, basically The Athletic released an article, and it's basically saying Manchester United, excuse me, have watched Thomas Muller. Manchester United may also be tempted to ask Bayern Munich about Eric Maxim Choupo-Moting. Now, I mean, first and foremost, the question I'll ask straight off the bat, Shreyas, any of them players tickle your fancy whatsoever?
10 years before, maybe.
Yes.
Only Muller. But
Well,
I think
how old was Choupo-Moting 10 years ago? I mean, was it 18 or something?
maybe.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
I think the ship has sailed with him. I think he's definitely a very underrated and a very, I would say, long-lasting and a very decent footballer. But I just don't think that, how does he fit into United? Considering that United are, a team who are looking to actually get more younger players in. How does he fit into any of these positions we want to play? And even, I would say, even if you do manage to get him in, where would he play? He wouldn't play in the 10, which he usually does, because we've already got Bruno. You've already got Mount as well, who Mount isn't getting minutes because of Bruno playing in the 10. So I really don't see any logic as to why you would, want to get someone like Thomas Muller. And with Choupo-Moting, I still don't. I just don't know why. You've already got Rasmus Højlund. You would want to get another striker in who isn't as much of a gamble as him. You would want someone who can actually, be like a mentor to Højlund, who can actually, be someone that Højlund can actually learn off from. And if you, manage to get in Choupo-Moting, it's basically like, you're getting a striker who will give you, 2 or 3 goals? Because I see him as another Weghorst signing if we have managed to actually get him in. So I really don't know why United are actually trying to push for these 2 deals when you've already got players like Guirassy and other players who are still available who might actually, be able to offer you more than both of these players combined.
Yeah. Dan, this Muller thing stinks a little bit like Schweinsteiger, doesn't it? You're talking about a player who's, like Shreyas rightfully says, 8-10 years, fantastic, fucking sign him up. But I believe he's got to be like 35 now or something. I've not even checked, but I'm sure he's pretty old. But we do need experienced heads at the same time. So what kind of caliber would you go with that in mind? Like, what would you more push for if you need some kind of seasoned players?
Yeah, definitely not like an experienced player of that age we want at this moment.
A fossil, basically.
Can we just give it a rest with the old things? He's the same age as me, so let's give it a rest with the fossil and the old age.
He's not the same age as you. You're not 36, are you?
I'm 35, so he's pretty much the same age.
He's 24.
Muller is
Right, younger than me then, so fucking... Right, let's give it a rest, shall we?
Yeah, we're sat there saying we're fucking dinosaurs.
Put him in the old people's home. He needs a Zimmer frame to fucking walk across the pitch. Jesus Christ, lads.
Maybe you can do the tea podcast with you.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
Sorry, go on.
Yeah, but then like in January we always do like these kind of deals, and we have been like an old age home plans for all the players from outside the Premier League. Like, what else to say about Muller? And like, I mean, like 5 years back or 6 years back, it would have been a good signing for us when we needed experienced players in that team. Now we have actually a lot of experienced players. The matter is like they are not available because of the injuries concerns, and I won't be surprised if we sign Muller and he gets injured the very next day.
Yeah.
So, So the thing is like we need players, yeah, but not these kind of players who are searching for. The
I bet
who are
of that, do you
searching for.
reckon?
Yeah, yeah. Like if even if we get Muller also, what good he will do to this team, because we need players who can run a lot. Ericsson is 30, 31, and we are still demanding like for him. We are expecting at least he should last for more than 70 minutes in the game, and I don't think Muller can give more than that. And already Muller is kind of a player who is more like a Mason Mount kind of a player or Bruno Fernandes kind of a player, and we already have Bruno Fernandes there, and he will not get dropped any moment. So if even we sign Muller, he will be sitting on the bench and blocking another youth player to come up in the team. And yeah, even Moting also, even though he looks young, he's 34.
He's 34.
Yeah.
Oh, right. I didn't realize he was that old.
Yeah.
Sorry, Sam. Again, I have to say, I'm talking, I'm talking in levels of a footballer, like a respectable footballer. Do you know what I mean? In actual life, 35 is all right. I mean, I'm 28, so I'm only 7 years behind that. But in football terms, you don't really sign. You know, when we sign Cavani, fucking Igalo, Ronaldo, this is just like what we do all the time. It's like Rio when he goes,
Yeah.
"This is what he does. This is what he does." This is just. We need to go away from this. So, Sam, do you think there is substance to this? Because it is, of course, the Athletic reporting it, so you have to take it for, for something. But both players being experienced, do we need that? What would you more go in a different direction? Yeah, just talk to me.
It stinks of an Ed Woodward signing, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Like this
yeah.
has just got Ed Woodward all over it, like John Murtaugh,
Sure.
Ed Woodward type thing. These are the kind of players, like you've just mentioned, all those guys: Cavani, Ronaldo, Igalo. Who else did we do?
Do you know what's weird though, Sam? Just very quickly. I would have actually, if Ronaldo didn't do all that shit kicking off with Piers Morgan and stuff, I look at Højlund now and how much he's struggling. I think Ronaldo would have been fucking
Perfect.
alongside him.
Yeah.
That's
I
the
think-
annoying thing.
I think the issue with Ronaldo was you could only play one way if he's playing in the team. You don't
Yeah.
have the tactical flexibility if.
And he wouldn't be an impact player. He wouldn't want to
No.
be an impact player either, would he?
So
You would want to be someone,
Yeah.
the team needs to flow through him.
he has to
That's
he
the
has
only
to
way
play
you get the
every
best
week.
out of him.
Has to play
Yeah,
every
of
week,
course.
and then that stunts your sort of tactical nous. Muller, like you said, on paper, experienced, played for a top team, won everything there is to win. You think, all right, that sounds interesting to play along as a stopgap, short-term thing until this whole Ineos investment thing is like ratified and official. But then you remember Schweinsteiger. You remember that everybody got really excited, like this guy's quality, and there's a reason he's going. There's a reason Bayern Munich let people go.
Yep.
And you find out why when Schweinsteiger couldn't stay fit for more. I think he had one good game, didn't he, where he looked class, and then that was it. Just couldn't stay fit. So I would avoid that a lot. I know there's other players that have been in the thing. I don't know much about Motin other than when he played for Stoke and he was terrible. I know Timo Werner's been in the mix as well, but I'm like, do we want a guy who can't hit a barn door if he tries?
That's what, like, if you think how inconsistent we are, and you want to go sign Timo Werner to solve your problems,
it seems like
it's fucking craziness, that, isn't it?
It seems like a lot of players where you're just like, this isn't the right profile, this isn't the right type of thing. And like, I'm not saying, like, if we're on a budget and we can't sign like a good striker or a top level striker, you need to sort of start looking at lower prem teams, maybe someone like a Dominic Solanke, something like that. That might be an option. The guy is scoring goals for fun right now. He won't be that expensive. He won't demand that many wages. That could be an option there. I'm not saying that's the guy. I'm not saying
British as well, of course, isn't it? If you look at the Ineos model.
I'm not saying that's your future striker, but as a thing until we get to the summer, because clearly Ineos are building towards the summer because they're probably not going to get ratified by the end of the January window, which means no money. So they're probably looking at summer. In the summer, you then would go out and get your number one target. But at the minute, we just need someone up front to rotate with Højlund, because all this pressure we're putting on Højlund is just going to do him in. He's already injured after scoring a goal because we just played him into the ground. So all the ones that have been mentioned so far, I don't like him. I don't like any of them, to be honest with you. And I think we need to be smarter. But until we get the likes of Paul Mitchell in, Dan Ashworth, we're stuck with the old model of people who just going, who's available, like who's there, rather than scouting people and having plans and contingencies in place, which is what most clubs have. We don't have that, so yeah, it's a bit worrying, the players we're looking at.
Yeah, I do think Thomas Muller was criminally underrated in his like prime.
Back in the day, fantastic.
Yeah, like he's serious player. But I mean, and his experience would be nice because I look at the team that's played in the past couple of games, and you look at like the average age up top's like 20, 21, and you've got youngsters in midfield like Kobe Mainoo and these kind of guys. And I do feel like they need, like, Muller's fucking done everything in the game, literally everything. And played at the highest level, so I think that would brush off onto players and it'd be nice. But then it's like, are you just going to bring someone to sit in the dressing room?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, it's a bit of a weird one. But I would love to hear what everybody else is thinking in the chat. So I'm going to read out some comments and see what people are saying about this, because I think there might be a couple who won't be opposed to it, but I might be wrong. I don't know. Right, let's go back. Quite a few comments. Charlie Malman says Muller has resigned with Bayern. He is not an option at all. I think United are looking at someone else. Well, I mean, you want to tell David Ornstein that in the Athletic. Glad Kobe Mainoo, Amad Diallo, Ericsson, Casemiro starting to get more fit. Of course, we're going to need them. Our squad is reduced by day 2-1. How many more will it be reduced by? Hannibal looks to be going out on loan. Gore is also looking at go out on loan. Hansen is being sold. Hugo loan rumours also. And we've got Reguilon as well, who we're going to talk about. So I think that's a very good point. Dino Lewis says ship him off. Get Malin the other way, maybe. We'll talk about Jadon Sancho very shortly. I'm wondering if Murtaugh is doing his very best to be as useful as he can be. I wonder if he's no longer got too much responsibility. The dude had like 5 jobs in one. No wonder he was bad at everything. I mean, could have a point.
He could go make the tea. Go do that.
Yeah.
I might fuck that up though.
Yeah, Brian Casey in the chat with the Sam emoji. Love that. Saying a very young looking 35 Sam. Good genes.
See.
There you go. There you go.
Thank you,
Take
Brian.
it.
Thank you, Brian.
Yeah. Don't give him too many compliments. I think we can only get loan signings because we've got to keep in line with FFP. That's just United's motto in every window, it feels like. And then Chivy says Muller is a Muller is a fantastic player, but not the right fit for our current team. I think, yeah, we're all in unison with that one. Right, we're going to stick with Germany because obviously the breaking story, the big story in exclusive, which dropped from, I think it was Florian Plettenberg, is that his name?
Yeah.
I feel like I'm mispronouncing that. But yeah, Florian Plettenberg, and he's saying Borussia Dortmund are actively working on a loan, as confirmed to me from England. Talks about a 6-month loan ongoing. Sancho has to leave United in the winter. The 23-year-old is eager to return to Dortmund. All parties involved are now working on a solution. Now, it primarily depends on Manchester United for the transfer to succeed. Man United must be open to a loan. Now, Shreyas, I'm going to list a couple of names to you, and you just tell me why I'm listing these names, okay?
Yeah.
There'll be a similar kind of relation here. So, Alexis Sanchez,
Yeah.
Anthony Martial,
Yeah.
Donny van der Beek,
Yeah.
Mason Greenwood, Bailly, Pereira, Lingard. Why have I said the names? Do you think?
Well, all of them on ridiculously high wages, all of them not really living up to their potential, all of them brought in with a lot of expectations, and all of them pretty much, having injury concerns, being available. Yeah.
Think about the money as well.
Yeah.
We've had to pay people.
Exactly.
For them to go out
I think all of these signings, they were supposed to be, be there as quality players for the next 7 to 8 seasons at least when they were brought in. Every single one of them, and I think Sancho is the next one to actually join that list. And personally, I wouldn't send him out on loan. Either get him out, I would get him out as a sale, but as a loan where United will be paying approximately like 70% or 80% of his wages, it doesn't make any sense altogether. Why would you loan out one of your players who you still know is talented? Might not be the best fit in the Premier League or at United, but is still pretty talented. So just wait out. I would rather just, he's still training with the reserves. Another 6 months he can train with the reserves and then go out in the summer if we are facing that many issues. Because a loan deal isn't a way to fix these problems. And I think if we actually send him out on loan, United actually lose more.
Yeah.
Because the other team is actually going to be making a lot of advantage in this sort of a deal where they only have to play like 30 or 40% of the wages of a player, and be able to get him playing week in and week out, and is actually a very talented player, because I think in the Bundesliga he can still do a very great job. So I think a loan deal really doesn't make any sense.
Dan, I know we was discussing it off camera a little bit about the fact that we think he could probably rejuvenate his career then. We feel like he'd probably be flying again. But is that not more of a reason maybe to send him on loan, do you think? To send him out there if he does regain that form and you think about the money you could potentially get back for him? Or are you more the opposite kind of fence?
I think now we are at that point, regardless of whether he plays well or not, we can get at least somewhere around 30. If we get, that would only make a difference of maximum 5 million if he plays well in other side. But then again, for me personally, it's like an ego clash. Like I have taken this up to my egos, because you can't let a player who is just now being who is serving the disciplinary actions and he's out of the team, and you let him go and pay for him and let him enjoy the football there and just sit back and see, like, if he would have been a hit there, then that will hurt even more for us, because he could have done the same thing here in the team if he would have been his attitude would have been in the right place. But then personally, I would take this loss, and I mean, I would keep him and let him stay in the Premier League and maybe see him out in the summer. So anyhow, we'll get somewhere around 25 to 30, regardless of whether he goes and plays the best football in next 6 months, because now everyone in the world knows that he's not the future of Manchester United at this point. So they know that Manchester United wants him to go. So regardless of whether his performance, he's putting a good performance or not, he will be going out, and Manchester United will be letting him go in the summer. So I think at this point, if he gets somewhere around 30 also, that would be a big plus. Even I would rather say just ask demand.
Is that not crazy though, Dan? 30 mil from 70 million pound that we've spent, like.
Yeah, but I still think that even if we get 30, we would be very lucky to get 30.
Oh wow!
Now, and if we sell him now for 30, and we can at least save 9 to 10 million with his wages for the next 6 months, so that will bring you up to 40 million.
Yeah, it's not about fucking 400 grand a week as it is, isn't it? So
yeah,
you're saving a lot of money by doing that, to be fair. And I think they're eager, aren't they, Ineos? If you look at the situation you want to do with the wages, there's talks about Varane, there's talks about Casemiro, there's talk about Sancho. They want to shorten that wage bill down. I'm pretty confident of that. So I imagine they would probably be open to it, but obviously I don't know the ins and outs of the club. What is the most beneficial situation for the club, Sam? And just on Erik ten Hag as well, it's not as if he hasn't tried with Jadon, is it? Like, he sent him off on that camp we all know about for whatever it was, the 16 games I think he missed in the season. So do you believe the manager's done everything he possibly could to try and get a tune out of this player?
Yeah, like you said, he went on the camp, got his fitness or mental health. There was a bit of sort of smoke and mirrors about what was actually sort of going on with him, and then it sort of came out later on about his mental health. So he gave him those time off, and when he came back to the squad, he tried to make him part of the squad, even though playing him in different positions, just to try and fit him in the squad. Like we saw in pre-season, he played in the 10, he played on the right, played on the left. I think he played as a false 9 at some point as well. So there was all these different things trying to make him a part of the team. So you can't say Ten Hag hasn't tried. Like he has. Like he's tried his best to get this guy into the team. And when he's been, I believe the thing was they were training for Arsenal, and he asked him to be a part of the opposition tactically so they could play against it, and he refused because he said that he wasn't going to be part of the starting 11 for the Arsenal team, and that's what set this off. And I think it's a reasonable request from a manager or a boss, for boss actually to do your job you're getting paid to do, and it's within your
very
remit.
well.
It's
as well,
yeah,
by the way.
yeah. It's within your remit as a job. Like you're a football player, you're supposed to train like any part of that training. It's not like he was asking him to like build a piece of scaffolding or something. Do you know what I mean? So like it's in his remit. So and then obviously he fell out with a manager. Manager then went on public, I think, as a last ditch attempt. Whether you agree with it or not is your own personal opinion.
What else could you have done though, really?
It's his last ditch personal attempt trying to get reaction out of Jadon. Like I know a lot of people, if someone calls them out, a lot of people do react with, well, I'm going to show them then, and they'll buckle down and stuff. Obviously, Jadon Sancho went the opposite way, called out the manager on social media, and then I think there's no coming back from that unless you apologise, and obviously he's refused to, and that's where we're at now. The best thing for Man United would be to sell him, but how are you going to sell a player who's not played for 3 months? Has he not played for? How long has he not played?
No, I'd probably
August?
say longer, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I think
August?
5-6 months.
5-6 months. He's not played. He's been training with reserves and youth players. So I assume the training's not been the level of a first team, for example.
Yeah.
So his value is in the toilet. So nobody's going to pay that much money for him, plus his wages. So we're kind of stuck. So he either sits in the reserves and we just pay his wages until the summer and then try and sell him then, or we do this where we loan him out. Hopefully he plays well at Dortmund and we have like an option in there. We can sell him to Dortmund, or he plays well at Dortmund, that pushes his value up, and then we can sell him in the summer. And then that was the only option we had left. I also think there's a second part to it. With Ten Hag, obviously he's on the knife edge at the minute with could he go, might he be sacked to results, etc. People sort of falling out with his lack of tactics or his favouritism in certain players. That this could well be a thing of kicking it down the road of this guy might play well under another manager, and we don't know if Ten Hag is going to last the thing. Load him out, gets football under his thing, gets fit again. Ten Hag doesn't last the season. New manager comes in, you might want to use him. Do you know what I mean? So there's a couple of things that might be going on there. So United might be trying to hedge their bets. So it could be either one. But yeah, the best thing to do would be to sell him, but I just don't see that happening. I just wanted to say, Mango was asking about the recruitment department, Paul Mitchell and Dan Ashworth. Yeah, James for the Up-Tiers will be on Thursday, and we're going to go through all of that stuff, Mango. So make sure you check out Thursday. He's going to go through everything. So yeah, check it out.
We are definitely going to pick his brain about that. Dan, you're going to jump in then. Go for it, mate.
Yeah, so the thing with Jadon Sancho and Ten Hag is very difficult to understand, because at the beginning of the season, you see Jadon Sancho was struggling with his mental health, and then Ten Hag was helping him out and giving him all the relaxation to, stay away from the people and separately recoup himself and just gain the mental strength, and then brought him into the team and make a pathway for Sancho to come inside the team, and even tried in all the possible positions. Even in right side he tried, and left side, and then at the last he even tried at the number 10 role, and where he was actually playing better. And then suddenly you see there is a fallout between the player and the manager, and that only can say that there's something problem with the player itself, because I think there was a problem with him and the manager in Manchester City as well. That's where they were not letting him play for Manchester United and let him go, because City are that kind of a team who keeps their important players and who can judge the potential of the players. They have that facility available in their club, and yet they let Jadon Sancho to go because they know that the attitude was not right there. And even that has now has been seen with this saga, and that's why even it took this long for Jadon Sancho to realize, and it's been long enough. And even if after the first fallout, even maybe within a month, he could have changed his mind and maybe could have patched it up with the manager, could have been smooth for him as well, because already he's not getting to that level of a Premier League player, because he's not that pacey to be a winger in the Premier League, and he's already struggling with the form. And then you bring your egos out and just fight with the manager and show your ego out, and then that's the end of your career in Premier League for any player.
For me, if you look at Harry Maguire being a prime example, right? Yeah. He's received more shit than anyone in that Man United team times 10. Like, he's just got battered off fans, rival fans, everybody. And he didn't say a fucking thing. He just stuck his head down, as heavy as it is, and just cracked on with it. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's got done there. But he has. Varane, in all fairness to him, he's we got player of the month. Varane as well. Do you know what I mean? So if I'm Jadon, I'm sat there and looking like, look, just put your fucking pride aside. Whatever it is, if you're that stubborn about it, like we've all said before, just fake apologise. Don't even mean it. Get back into the squad. And if you start playing well, people will forget like that. If you play for us at the minute, because the way we're playing, if you come into this team, let's say even on that right-hand side, I know Ahmad's back and stuff now, but if you play him on that right-hand side and he starts really kicking into gear, no one will say a fucking thing. Everyone will forget.
His best window available. Anthony was out, Ahmad was out. We would genuinely need for a player to come in on the right-hand side. And
for Højlund as well, in particular, service.
Yeah.
But I think that boat's missed now. I think it's just...
Exactly. Also to add on, like when you mentioned about the positive attitude players like Varane and Maguire, there also Sancho was in that era also where he saw the positive attitude players also, as well as he has seen what Ten Hag has dealt with, how Ten Hag has dealt with Cristiano Ronaldo also, like the level of player he has dealt with in Cristiano Ronaldo. How can he expect Ten Hag to bow down to Sancho, who is not yet in a regular form? So
you set your bar by doing that, innit?
He has both sides of examples, and yet he chose to like put his career on the line.
For sure. Charlie Mama says, wait, we are managing to snatch Ashworth from Newcastle. I thought that was dead. We are getting a dream team at the top of the football pyramid, the club, Mitchell, Ashworth and Blank. Like we said, we're going to speak to James from the Muppeteers about that on Thursday, because he has got every detail we need to know. So we're going to go through it with a fine-tooth comb and talk about that, because I'm eager to see what he's going to say. Blanc is more advertising and promoting the brand. I don't know if I necessarily agree with that. I think the work he did at Juventus brought him back to financial stability and got him back towards the top, competing. I'm not saying he was the manager, but he had a huge influence at that time, and then oversaw like 50-odd trophies at PSG when he was there as well. So, I don't know. I think he's done a bit more than that, and I think he's one of the best in the business. Chivy's saying, wouldn't it be too quick to sell him just yet? If Ten Hag doesn't make it, the decision should be left to the new manager. Quick fire question for all you guys. Sancho to go, yes?
Yeah.
Okay, we can move on. I want to talk about Reguilon before we do this last quiz. So, Serge Reguilon, so we don't have to spend much time on it, to be honest, because it's just one of them. I mean, I think he played about fucking 12 games, but Man United have decided to activate the clause in the contract, Shreyas, to send him back to Spurs, effectively. What did you make of his short cameo whilst he was there?
Average. He came in, when we needed him, he was good, I think, in the first couple of weeks, but then we actually saw why Spurs let go of him, because when it comes to the defensive side of things, he's terrible. So going forward, he's quite decent, but I think with the kind of system we play, we need someone who's very well rounded as a fullback, who knows how to be positionally aware on crosses, be able to defend the back post, and as well as having the defensive awareness to actually track back when needed, when we lose out the ball in transitions. So I think he was just average in all of those scenarios, and considering Malacia is going to be coming back really soon, I think it was the right move to actually let him go.
Interesting that, Dan, isn't it? Because I know Malacia's coming back. I know Shaw had a minor injury, so I think he's going to be back shortly as well. But is that a risk at all in your mind?
I think personally, I think like this is actually a risk, because we know that Luke Shaw and Malacia is coming back, but then we are not sure like when they'll be going out again. So then again, we'll need a left back, and definitely Reguilon. I felt he was a bit good. I mean, compared to as a backup left back, he was decent, because we needed full backs who can support in the attacks, and Reguilon was one of the main players. And always Luke Shaw would be the preferred one, but then again, there are injury concerns, and when he is out, and if we actually get a good chemistry in the team, Reguilon can be a good positive for us, because if you have that proper structure in the midfield who can support each other while defending, then you can use Reguilon and attack and use him in the attacks, and especially his crosses. So that we have been missing a lot. And last time I think the crosses that we have from the left side was Shaw and Rashford when they were playing really good. And after that, I think Telles was doing a little bit of putting in crosses in, but now I could see like Reguilon was more involved in the attacks, and that's what I want from my fullbacks. And even though he had some flaws in the defensive side of it, but then I want my fullbacks to be an attack, and that's why I like Dalot more than Van Bissaka, because he offers more when it comes to attack. So, but the main concern is about the injury thing, which we have seen that even Malacia and Luke Shaw is not available not even for 4 to 5 months for a full season. So that definitely you want a backup. But now I think as per if you see all the environment inside the club, now you have like Amrabat who can play on the left side, and now you have Lindelof who can play on the left side. So I think
no, we don't have Lindelof who can play on the left. Please never ever say that again. I hate seeing him at a wing back. I just please, God, no.
Bombing down the wings.
Yeah, fucking power walking effectively.
He's got to be quicker than Eriksen, hasn't he?
Oh yeah. Eriksen's probably the slowest. Eriksen and Maguire in a sprint off
Watching
Since he's come in, since
watching
Eriksen has come
Eriksen
back,
chase the ball is just it's like watching you could say about old people and watching Eriksen chase like a ball in behind is terrible. It's like
it's been 84 years.
It's still, I mean, in the game against Forest and even the game before that, there were like 3 or 4 opportunities when Eriksen was on the ball and he was like open and he just had to go for goal. And I just thought that this is the worst player to have to just run at a keeper because he just doesn't have the pace.
I remember Aaron describing him once as he looks like he's running in quicksand, and it's just a perfect description. It really is. Just the last thing on Reguilon, Sam. Started off like a bullet from a gun, didn't he? Like, he was really, really good. Was it against Bayern Munich, his first game?
Yeah.
I can't remember. He looked decent, attacking, like Dan mentioned in there, going forward. But why do you think it fell off a little bit?
I don't think he's at the level that we need a left back to be. Like, if you look at like left backs in the league, like Andy Robertson, is he better than him? No. Is he better than any of City's fullbacks? No. Is he better than even Chelsea's fullbacks? I know they can't stay fit, but when they are fit,
even Tottenham. You look at Adogi for Tottenham.
Exactly.
Really good.
Like he's just not at that level. He had some good moments. Like I don't think he ever put in an awful performance, but he was never like amazing. It was like sign that guy now. Yeah. And you got to remember as well. January we've got 2 games. That's it. Like we've got a very light January schedule, which is going to give us time to get these players back. Lissandro, Casemiro,
2
Shaw.
games.
Yep.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Wigan and Spurs. That's it.
Honestly, is that all we've got?
Yeah.
What's happening for the fucking other half of January?
Don't know. That's too...
Therapy for us.
Right, go on. Continue your point.
Yeah.
I want to double check that because
we got 2 games, so we've got time for Ten Hag to work with players, get them back on training, back on tactics, all that sort of stuff, and then players recover from injury. So that should we should be all right in terms of cover. Yeah. Like we only have 2 games to worry about in terms of maybe we should chuck Dallo on there, or hopefully Shaw's back if it's a minor thing. So I think we should be okay. Also, it's really annoying me. We're all going, what are we going to do? Right, we've got fucking Alvaro Fernandez on loan. Why is he not being called back? What that
annoyed a lot of people, didn't it?
This dude
when he first went out.
Really good. He's a quality player, man. And like Benfica are sniffing round him, and they don't miss when it comes to talent. They know how to spot a talented player, and then they'll fucking buy him and then sell him for triple in like about 5-6 years, and we'll have to buy him back for like 80 million, which will drive me up the wall. So he's available. So if you need cover, call him back, man. Like he's really, really good, and I think he would benefit from being there and getting some experience. I think our right back situation is a bit precarious, man, because they've not activated the option on Wan-Bissaka, the 1-year option. So that means he can leave for free next year.
Yeah.
And then Dallo, I think I've given up with Dallo. I don't think he's ever going to be worth things. So.
Do you made me laugh about Dallo? Do you remember Paul Scholes put the 42 out of 42 high fives completed?
Yeah.
And now I can't unsee it now. Every time I watch him in the game, he's like that all the time. And
I like the guy. He loves the club. He's passionate. He said, but I just don't think he's got the quality that we need at the club. I know Aaron can't stand him.
Yeah.
But I think
he shouldn't be starting week in and week out for us. He's not that level that he's the first choice for us.
Yeah. And but our left-hand side looks pretty solid. You got Alvaro, if we bring him back. Malacia is a decent player. And then Shaw, when he's on it, is very, very good. That right-hand side worries me, though. Really, really worries me. So,
so you're more worried about the right backs than the left back?
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. I don't know. I'm not really confident with both, to be honest, because Shaw can never seem to stay fit. He has a really good stint of form when he's in form. And then it kind of 2 or 3 months where you're not sure what's going on, and then he goes back into form. I don't know. The whole team's fucking confusing, isn't it? If we're being
it's all
honest.
injury prone.
I do not envy Sir Jim Ratcliffe and Ineos going in this club and just looking. It's like asking them to clean up a block of flats that's just a shithole from top to bottom, and you're like, where'd you start, mate?
Has there been any position in this team where we haven't had a long-term injury? Because in midfield,
35 injuries and illnesses / absences we've had this season.
Yeah,
you got to think as well. Fans are going to get so impatient. They're going to expect Ineos to fix this in 1 summer, and it's the problems.
Newcastle, they would expect the way Newcastle, just qualified for the Champions League in their first season itself.
problems at this club are 2-3 windows deep.
Yeah.
Like you need
At
to
least.
We're not going to get rid of all these players in one window. We're not going to be able to buy all the players that we need in one window. You have to be patient, man. But I can see people are already going to get mental this summer when we don't sign everybody. So.
Well, that was the argument with the manager, wasn't it? Like, that's why I was saying that. Oh, it's all good saying, yeah, you don't want Ten Hag, and I understand it completely because the way the results are going, the points total, everything. I absolutely get it. But if you bring in Potter now, what if he doesn't like the Sancho? What if he don't like Casemiro? What if he don't like fucking all these players that we've recruited and tried, changing the structure for the manager? And then you've got to go get rid of all of them again. It's another 2-3 years on top of that. It's just like, I can't be arsed with this shit. I've heard this every 2 years, man, with different managers.
We've still got players from Van Gaal, from Ole, from Jose. They're still there.
Yeah.
Like, how long is the Ten Hag players going to be here if he goes?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like,
At least, I think if we do manage to get rid of Ten Hag, I think his players, considering Højlund we've just brought in they'll be here for at least like 3 years or 4 years at
minimum.
least.
By that time,
and I think there's still a decent chance that Ten Hag might actually be able to turn it around because we've actually got like a lot of players coming in. Like it's basically like a full Chelsea transfer window for us, like players coming in from injury.
You repeat that as well though, because like you'll get rid of Ten Hag, so then say Graham Potter comes in, he's going to want to buy a bunch of players.
Yeah.
After a year, doesn't quite go to plan. 18 months, they'll fire him, and then he's got a bunch of players left over for the next. It just fucking continues on. It's just the same bullshit.
It's like a hand-me-down, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you remember you used to give me a hoodie or something, Sam? It's like, yeah, there's your hoodie, and I'm like, there's yours.
When's it end, man? Like, when did we get like a team of like, all right, this is a team built for the system, not just managers' picks? Like, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But you see, after Alex Ferguson's era, only I can see like Ten Hag, maybe not in every game or not in maybe most of the games also, but in few games, what Ten Hag team has done, like for example, the game against Aston Villa after the 2-0 down, the football they have played, I haven't seen that kind of football even in after Fergie era.
No one has done.
No one. Nobody.
So that football is there, but that the consistency is missing. It's all about the mood swings. I'm not sure it's about the quality or the playing style, but I think it's something to do with the mental, the motivation or the confidence level of the players.
Yeah, and that's why I call us Camel FC, because we are like that. Yeah. I did the fucking review. Jesus Christ, was that depressing. 2023 review started off.
It started off so good.
Like a box of flowers, mate, buzzing, talking about it. And when I got to December, my face at the end of it, I remember actually just watching it back when I was editing it, and I was like, fucking hell, that's took its toll on me. You could tell the weight is on my shoulders, man.
There was this portion where you said, yeah, then we lost against Bayern 4-3. Then we got Brighton, we lost to them. Then we lost to these guys. Oh my God, we lost to these guys.
Yeah. But there was moments in it where you go, right, we won the Carabao Cup, but then we lost 7-0 to Liverpool.
Yeah.
And like, we beat City, but then we lost here. And I was just like, it's happened all year. This shit has happened.
And then this season, it's like, yeah, we did this, but then this player got injured. And then this player got injured. And then this player got injured. And then this player got injured.
And then we had a really good performance against Aston Villa, and then we lost 2-1 to Nottingham Forest. And then we did, Nana made a great save against Copenhagen, won 1-0. And then we lost.
And then he chucked it in his own net the game after.
And then he fucked up. So it's just like...
And then we went out to Champions League.
Honestly.
I'm happy we went out and not in Europa. This squad can't handle Europa at the moment. We don't have the depth at all.
Definitely not. Make sure you do check out that video, by the way, because it is entertaining as much as it is a bit mad. That's a members video, 25-minute review of the year 2023. We dropped a Garnacho versus Ronaldo video as well. Obviously, the earlier days, comparing like a comparison. Yeah. And then there was one reacting to Sunday League goals. So we dropped 3 members videos this week. If you want to become a Real Red Ultra member and join the other 21 people that are currently members, click the link in the description. It's like £3 a month. Just help support the channel, and you get content back for it, exclusive rewards, etc. All that kind of stuff. Hit us up. Now we're gonna do. I know you've all stuck around for the quiz. It's just a very short quiz. I don't even know if it can be classed as a quiz at this point, but
okay.
I wanted to ask one question. I've seen it on. Has any of you guys seen Tenable before?
Yeah, I know of it. I know what it is.
Yeah. So they ask, like, basically, they have like I've copied them a little bit, I'm not going to lie, but they have like basically like a pyramid of questions or a pyramid of answers, and there's 10 that go into this pyramid. And the topic I'm going to ask you is about, and again, people in the chat, no fucking Google, because I know what you lot are like. So No, Google. If you answer it really, really quick, I'm going to be like, not too sure about that. So, are you ready for the question, lads?
Yeah.
Yeah. In the past 10 years, who has scored in a Champions League final? And we'll go in the same order. So I'll go Shreyas, Dan, Sam. And we'll go each like that. So name one player and I'll tell you if they are in this category. I've got quite a few names here.
Okay. Rodri.
Shreyas. Okay, you can have that one. Yep, Dan.
Ronaldo.
Ronaldo is in there.
What were the odds on Dan saying Ronaldo? That must be like 2-1.
Oh, I'm going to say Cristiano Ronaldo, what year? Because there's 2 different years. I'm going to test your knowledge here.
18-19.
You're not far away. You're not far away.
I think the final against.
Didn't score for United, did he? In Champions League.
No.
That wasn't. No, yeah, well, he did in the final, but that was like
penalty, wasn't it? Penalty shootout.
No, he scored a header.
No header.
2008.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking massive goal. But that was obviously in the last 10 years. I'll give you it, Dan. It's 2017, so I'll pop that in there.
Yeah.
He scored 2 actually in that game. Next, Sam.
Lewandowski
is not in there.
No. Wow.
Not in there. I thought he was. I thought
the
game between Dortmund and Bayern Munich. I thought he'd be in that one, but he didn't score in that game though.
Interesting.
No.
Okay, Shreyas.
Kingsley Coman.
Yes, very good shout. That was the first name I said. Kingsley Coman. 2020. Kingsley Coman. Dan.
Gareth Bale.
Gareth Bale is in there. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was like, probably the greatest goal ever in the Champions League. I mean, does everyone think that's the best? Better than Zidane?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Sam?
I have to go with Zidane because I love Zidane.
The left-footed volley was fucking unreal, wasn't it? It was really, really good.
Gareth Bale's goal was also absolutely ridiculous, but Zidane, man, I love that guy.
Last question for the chat. What is the best Champions League goal ever? Zidane's? I nearly said the answer then. Zidane's or Bale? Talk to me. Right, we've got Coleman. Is it Dan next? You said Bale, didn't you?
Dan said Bale.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he scored a brace in 2018 against Liverpool. So I'll give you that one. Sam?
Yeah.
Your boy, Vinny Jr.
Yes, Vinicius. Vida Scousers. Andreas?
Kai Havertz.
Kai Havertz is in there, 2021. Of course, against Man City, Mason Mount assist. Dan?
Messi.
Ooh, is Messi in there?
Is that before?
Should be there.
Surprisingly not.
No.
Not in there.
He's
Sam?
not the best player then.
Benzema.
Benzema is definitely in there. Yeah, 2018, the same game when Bale scored a brace.
Yeah.
Shreyas?
Salah.
Mohamed Salah is in there, scored with Origi in 2019.
Fucking Origi's got a
fucking
Champions League.
I just give you a fucking answer there. So,
yeah.
That would have been one of the tough ones towards the end, which no one, I don't think, would have got. But
Origi.
There we go. I'm a dickhead and give it away. Dan?
Did Haaland score?
Nope.
No.
Sam?
Mane? Did he get one for Liverpool?
I think we said Mane. Have we said Mane already?
No, we haven't.
Said
We haven't?
Salah.
No?
Said Salah,
Okay.
didn't we?
Yeah,
Did
you can have Mane.
Mane got one, didn't he?
Yeah, I'll give you that. It's going to start getting tough soon.
I'm running low on players already.
Yeah.
It's mine?
Yep.
Casemiro.
Yes, that's a very good one. Casemiro, 2017, same game, Ronaldo scored a brace.
Yeah.
Yep. Dan?
Griezmann.
No, Griezmann's not in there. Good shout. Sam?
Oh, it's the last 10 years, isn't it? So all my fucking knowledge is gone.
Yeah. It's a Super Cup when you watch it.
Yeah. Cup winners' cup.
Yeah. I remember back in my day.
Mandzukic.
Pusher.
Is Is that too old?
Mandzukic.
Yeah.
Okay.
2013, Mandzukic scored. But there's another one in there as well. So I'll give you the 2013 one. That was in the game Bayern Munich versus Borussia Dortmund.
Dortmund. Yeah.
There's another Mandzukic goal. Can anyone name the year? It was a fucking very good goal as well.
Juve versus Madrid.
Yes.
Bicycle kick goal. Yeah.
Yes. 2017, Mandzukic scored there as well.
I think
Right, we're getting down to the bare bones now. Go on, Dan.
Yeah.
I think in the same game, Ronaldo also scored the one.
Yeah, we've got that. Ronaldo scored a brace in that game.
All I've got in my head is like Oli, David Villa, Inzaghi. Like, I've just got all the old ones in my head. Like, I haven't. That's all I've got.
Right, this could be the floor is anyone's now, so including the chat as well. Someone said Dzeko, not Dzeko. Asensio is in there yet.
Yeah.
That game's complete now in 2017. Ronaldo scored a brace, Casemiro, Asensio, and then Mandzukic for Juventus.
Morata?
What you all said, yeah, both of you right. Did you say Suarez and Dan?
Yeah.
Yeah, 2015. Suarez scored, and you said Morata.
Morata.
Right, slow down a bit.
Okay.
Fucking hell, let me type it out first. Morata, 2015. Yeah, he's in there. Who'd you say, Suarez? Ramos?
Sergio Ramos.
Sergio Ramos is in there, of course. 2014.
Yeah.
Madrid again. I mean, you just look at fucking Madrid players, isn't it, for the majority of it.
How many we got left?
You have got
Ibrahim.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Fucking hell.
You've got so many
5,
left.
6, 7.
7?
7 players left.
In the last 10 years?
Yep.
I think definitely
Carrasco?
we might be
Yannick
missing a lot of
Yannick Carrasco is in there. 2016.
Ibrahimovic? No.
Nope. No Ibrahimovic.
Rakitic.
Rakitic is in there. The same game, 2015. When he played for Barcelona, of course.
Rakitic scored in that game. Suarez scored.
Go on, Dan. What do you say?
Ozil?
Ozil. Nope. Ozil isn't in there. Someone's saying in the chat, Rodri's already been said.
Rodri's done. Yeah, Rodri's done.
Foden.
Neymar.
No Foden.
Neymar.
Yes. Neymar is in there. That's the same game as well. So Morata, Rakitic, Neymar, and Suarez scored in that.
Di Maria?
No Di Maria. No. You've got, I'll tell you, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4 players left that you haven't mentioned to score in a Champions League final.
Marcelo?
Yes.
Yeah.
Marcelo.
Yeah, Marcelo.
2014.
And he also scored. Diego Godin scored.
Godin scored.
Madrid, Atletico.
Yeah.
And we've gone with Ramos only once, right?
Yeah, so there was, I don't know which ones you said. I put Ramos twice now because one in the Carrasco game, 2016.
Yeah, and one in the Diego Godin game.
Yeah, correct.
Okay.
So now the last
we still got left.
Go on, Sam.
Xabi Alonso?
Nope.
Ah.
Let's see how long it takes you. Who?
Khedira?
Herrera?
Khedira.
Oh,
Sami Khedira.
Oh, Sami Khedira. Fucking, I forgot he even existed him. No, not Sami Khedira. Can anyone get the last
Iron
two?
Robin?
Yes, Iron Robin is in there.
Okay, 1 second. Dortmund scored 1 in that game. I just need
The
to remember
last
which player. 1 second. Is it from that game itself? The Dortmund and Bayern game? Okay,
Modric?
never mind.
Modric?
No. Mario Götze?
Nope.
Gundogan?
Yes, Gundogan is the last one.
It was
That
the
was in
Dortmund.
2013. Mandzukic, Gundogan, Robben. I think Bayern Munich.
Bayern scored.
Yeah, Robben. I think Robben scored the winner, didn't he? You had Ramos, Bale, Ronaldo, Marcelo, and Godin 2014. Morata, Rakitic, Neymar, Suarez 2015. Ramos and Carrasco in 16. Ronaldo with a brace in the purple kit, which is my best kit of all time. Literally got it hung up over there with a brace. And then you had Benzema, Bale, and Mane in 2018. Salah and Origi in 19. And then the last 4 have all been 1 goals. All been 1-0 finals.
Yeah.
Coleman 2020, Havertz 2021, Vinicius 2022, and Rodri 2023. No United players, of course, in 2024 because we're not even in Europe. So, yeah. Thought I'd test your knowledge. You did all right on that. Smashed it.
No United players.
No United players in that list anywhere. Not even players we've signed after it or anything. I'm just looking at not one.
None of them. Just Ronaldo.
Yeah.
I think Shiraz has a bit of advantage there because he's
Yeah.
Like, it's like anything before that period, I definitely would have a good.
Okay, well, the next time I do it,
Yeah.
I will do 2000, 2010,
Yeah.
and we'll see what we can get and test it.
I'll be good at that one.
Which years on you'll have to do 1980s. 1970s.
Yeah, 70s football when he was playing with the pig's bladder.
Black and white, black and white football.
I'll just say to him, look, if you're really 48 years old or whatever you claim to be, let's test your knowledge from the 60s, mate, and the 70s, and we'll see if you're actually.
I love how every time we say it, his age goes up. Every time.
Yeah.
Yeah. 50, 60.
I do not believe the guy. If you're still watching TV, I'm not having it, mate. I'm not having it. Yeah. Anyway. Please do leave a like on the video if you've enjoyed this show. A little bit of fun towards the end there for you. Do check out the members page if you want to support the channel. It's like £3 a month. There's 21 members currently. If we get a couple more, we'll do a live draw for someone to feature on the show. Enjoy the content. We've got James on Thursday night from the Muppeteers. We're going to speak to him about Ineos and Sir Jim Ratcliffe. That's really exciting. Can't wait to talk to him. And then tomorrow we'll have a show, of course, as well, because the transfer window's open. There's a lot of shit going on with Manchester United, so make sure you check that out. I think that's, like Sam said, only a couple of games this month, so it's going to be a lot of transfer talk, less talking about a shit performance that we've had, and hopefully we can sign a few players. What else?
A lot of rumors.
A lot of rumours. Yeah, just expect, I don't know, tomorrow we're going to sign Danny Drinkwater on loan from fucking... I don't know if he's still playing football.
We're not signing anybody, so I wouldn't anybody get your hopes up, because I don't think we're signing anybody.
No.
So.
Yeah, there's the optimism we want, so just as we're finishing the show.
Just being honest. I'm sorry.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Life as a United fan, unfortunately. Right, guys, take care. Don't work too hard. We'll see you tomorrow. Peace.